of the circuit here as we watch in front of Beñat Fernandez. Goodness me, he squeezed him as much as you possibly can.
But certainly he has pace round here. If his FB pace is anything to...
The slow motion of the riders. This nice over was sensational.
Okay, right, it is the 54 of Veda Pratama that still has go by, so it would be great to see Pons way up in this group.
Uriarte and Pratama take from Uriarte into Curvone. These guys, they don't lift through there at all, do they?
The advantage, but only just. The white helmet of Karpushin in second place.
A bit like yesterday, just swapping places around various parts of...
No, and he's using all off the curb there. It's fairly bumpy across the inside there, but it doesn't seem to... Then Brian Uriarte in third. Down the hill they go. Absolutely superb stuff.
The track then, Morelli sitting tight in third position.
Okay, we're back live now.
Oh, someone's down in the background. Couple of riders down. That is
It's 164 kilometres there, 102 miles away. They get up to 194 kilometres.
Daniel just behind him as well. Here is that fast and flowing section of the track. That's not really an overtaking spot. Big shame. It looked like could have been Beñat Fernandez being one of them. It is. And
before they scrub off speed into the left-hander here, climbing the hill in foot.
Christian, but he didn't quite make it stick there. So we got track limits warnings for August. I think it's him and Christian Daniel. Two riders have said keep an eye on. Well, we've kept an eye on them there as they've tumbled.
Fourth gear all the way up here in fourth.
Karpushin just cut across the front of Uriarte. Sorry, Nelly, Brown, Moningane and Danish.
Hakim Danish, yeah, that is very much
into the gravel. What a shame. They will be hopefully back out tomorrow there, Peter. That was so close. They're being ultra brave through there. But look at Gonzalez just waiting to pounce.
Warning, all three abreast again on the brakes. And it's Morelli. No plan.
And we'll see the best of them there.
And springs are broken up a little bit at the front.
On a bunch of these riders are coming down the waterfall. They fan out three abreast towards the penultimate.
He takes the lead.
Brilliant. No plan B up there once again. He's been a little bit quiet this
with Uriarte just second. Oh, very slight because the slipstream clutch closes them right up again.
Uriarte up to the inside. Karpushin doesn't want to give an inch, but he's forced to. He cuts back up the inside this year, hasn't he? Not what we expected from the Argentinian. Kicked off the year.
Then doesn't it? Veda Pratama up the inside of Gonzalez and into third place. Marco
go off the track, over onto the black stuff, in towards the final corner. Uriarte has to give way with a fifth and a fourth place finish. He got his first podium in Le Mans race 2.
Not seriously looking up the inside of Brian Uriarte.
And moved back down into third place.
Yeah, he went from first to third just on the scrub.
He's not been on the podium since. But this is what we want to see from Morelli.
Yeah, he had 2 wins.
Inez has crashed out as well, unfortunately. Big shame.
This thing is... And the brakes into the left-hander. That's Karpushin that leads again. And still last year. And we want to see him on the top step of the podium. And Brian desperately trying to keep his verse very quickly, don't they? You go from, you know...
Fastest rider of the race to the gravel.
Yeah. 15 laps to go. My goodness, I don't know how heart rate will stand this. Up the inside. KTM off the green stuff there as he chases Morelli away from the first corner.
Of course, him and Morelli. It's motorbike racing for you, isn't it? They cross the line this time. So, 7 laps.
It's the number 11 of David Gonzalez who has a look.
Oh, someone's down in the background. He came to blows back in Sachsenring, didn't they? And look at the gap then with the chasers. They are on it to go officially well beyond half race distance now.
It's Brian Uriarte who has the advantage over Karpushin in the white helmet. Gonzalez is in.
They are gonna catch them, I think, Peter. It was and it's Uriarte still in command, Peter.
In third place.
And you got Morelli in there as well, Peter. Where did he come from? How'd you do that? 0.6 of a second as they come across the first intermediate split there. So I think that... Where is Danish? Danish still been pushed back a little bit back to Marco. Wow, you've woken up, haven't you?
That's right. Of course, he didn't come. He was pit lane start.
That's it. The leading pack have been caught officially. Fastest rider on track is that rider there. 8th position there then. He's now behind Ramadipa then in 7th as Morelli gets moved.
Yesterday, but that was a penalty. He started from 15th, his qualifying position today, but still 5th.
Number 7 of Benyat Fernandez.
And of course, that group of 5 punches a big hole in the
wide by Pratama.
Yeah, Pratama's, yeah, he's got his serious face on that. 3rd to 5th kind of thing. Right, so it is Iriarte on the 51. Yeah, and that drags the other guys into the slipstream very effectively. So it's Brian Iriarte, hasn't he? You know, he's not mucking around anymore. He knows that he's got to finish in front of Brian Iriarte. Carpucci in the white helmet, 17 around the outside. Gonzalez inside in 3rd. Takes up the lead from Veda Pratama.
So heavy on the brakes, and it's really steep downhill.
Doubt if he's going to keep these cup hopes alive.
Well,
3rd place.
Christian Daniel Jr., the number 70, up into 8th. Turn 4 there, you can see the rear wheel of Iriarte is just popping off the ground momentarily.
Inside line.
Looking up the inside into turn 8. This is where we saw Benyat as well, just off the back of the leading group then. So a lot of the riders who maybe had a little bit left in the... as they now come into the fastest sweeping section as Guillaume Plump, first rider, Fernandez and Christian Daniel go down. Such an inviting corner. Such a weird tank come after the end of free practice and qualifying. Look a lot better here today as we see Morelli now to have a long lap penalty for exceeding track limits. He's at 20th spot at the moment. That'll move him down. Line to go into it's cambered as well, isn't it? And very, very odd. Oh,
look at that. That's different.
Yeah, you see, moved up into 3rd. Yeah.
I mean, Morelli's a guy who you always think
likely to last.
Right, and as you were talking about, you know, using up your tyres.
Different line choices. Wow, Morelli had to check up there. He's lost a big place there to Mitani. That was a
win any weekend, but it just doesn't come together for him. Maybe this is his day.
Morelli's becoming a bit of an enigma.
Too much. These Pirellis are really superb tyres. They do drop off. The performance does fade away.
An error really from Morelli, just going that far inside. He really didn't anticipate the other riders, isn't he? On his day, he is quicker than absolutely everybody in this field by a little bit of a margin.
Slightly, but it's very, very predictable. So the guys can feel what's happening and
just completely chopping the front end of his bike off.
No, that's right. And Gonzalez picked up the inside line.
To be honest,
well, that's right. We saw that at Aston last year.
Exactly.
But, you know, one weekend doesn't make a championship. Usually doesn't give them any nasty surprises. It's Brian Iriarte that leads, but up the inside now, it's on Pratama there as well to take 2nd place.
No, but what is there's no doubt in his talent, but he's got to keep that